So yesterday I posted the video where I was just fed up with this. A lot of things happened yesterday, and I just got to the point where I just lost it basically. There was mentioning in the comments of the video that I uploaded yesterday. I just put it out there just to let you guys know this terrible frustration I'm going through. Just little things, you don't know what to do, the manual doesn't say anything, you don't know what the torque settings are, and then you go to put sealant on it, and the sealant, these special little caps that you put over your sealant things, it didn't work. And the sealant got hard, and so I thought I'd just buy some more nozzles. The Permatex nozzles fit perfectly on this, but no place sells the nozzles because there's no money in that, right? They want to sell you the $6 and $7 sealants. So since I couldn't find that, I thought, okay, I'm just going to run out and I'm going to purchase, another thing of sealant. And just take the nozzle out of that and put it on there, which I did. But it took me forever to find sealant. I mean, I thought it would be just simple to find, but I couldn't. And I drove all around, spent half a day just trying to find that. They'd say it was in stock and online, and then you go to the store and nowhere to be found. So it was just a very frustrating day. And then, I finally found it and I got it all, the tip cut again and everything ready to go. And I go to apply sealant like right there, and then that's what happens, right? If you just touch it, it'll like fall over, and then of course it's different, depending on what, where you go. And it was just impossible for me to do, because you want to brace yourself on something, right? So you can hold your nozzle steady and do a nice, beautiful deal. So I put that out there. You guys saw the thing wobbling, and I thought about, sticking a pillow underneath here so it would hold it. But it's still, moving here and there. A pillow might work. But then you guys, I want to thank you guys. Not only for the great comments, because, you guys are supporting me all the way. And I wouldn't do this if it wasn't for you. Trust me. This has been probably the hardest thing I've ever done, or most frustrating. I can't necessarily say it's the hardest. It's just very, very frustrating. When you've never done anything like this before, I've done covers, I've done sealant, that's true. Not timing covers, but other things, it's not physically hard. It's challenging in the way that you don't know where to put sealant, you don't know where to put assembly grease, you don't know this, you don't know that, and you're winging it, and you're trying to get it through, and you're trying to do it right. And then you also get you see other people doing it, you say, oh, that's not going to work. As a matter of fact, I made a comment yesterday that I've seen 116 and 116. There's a video, I can't remember, it's a 380 SL or something, on YouTube, where the guy, put the front timing cover on, not the way I would do it, but he put the timing cover on and goes to move on to the heads, and that was over a year ago. And that was the end of his videos. That's the end of that. He only made a few of them anyways, because he didn't take it down as far as I did. So that was that. And then I've seen forum posts the same thing. They get to a certain point, they get to the heads, and then everything ends. And, well, we're getting close to that point. So I'm a little bit nervous about that as well. But I want to thank Adam, Danny, and all you guys for your kind comments and encouragement, and as well as your suggestions. Like Danny here, he says, I could use spray foam, right? You could probably put it in a trash bag and spray the foam in it and just stick it right on the bottom of this thing, right? Just do it, and you could probably lay this on its flat and then stick the bag on here and then fill it with foam and then turn it over and let it set, right? And then it would grip it and form it. I think that's a great idea. But another great idea that came in was from Adam. He says, Tony, why don't you just go ahead and grab yourself some, bean bags, right? So I do. I have that bean bag, and that bean bag, right? And look how nice that works. Adam, thank you. This is going to work. I mean, I can brace myself. Look at that. I have my weight of my hand on here. So now I can brace myself and keep a nice steady bead. So that was a fantastic idea. Look at that. I mean, I just threw it down there. I didn't even really position it, right? Look at that. No problem. You can just kind of fit it right there and boom, you're done. And I can rotate it. Look at that. You can rotate it. It works fantastically. Thank you, Adam, for your suggestion. Now I feel confident about applying the sealant where it needs to go and that I will apply the right diameter bead. Again, this one here I'm going to go a little bit more probably than a 1 millimeter. I might probably put a 1.5 millimeter bead. The returns here are much larger, except for these areas here. This is maybe 5 millimeters, right? These little areas right here. And of course, that's the only thing you're really sealing, you guys. You're not sealing all this out here. You're only sealing it from the inside wall to this. It's not under pressure, so that's not a big concern. You're just trying to seal it to keep things from coming in. So we need to put a very small bead really along all this. Same thing here. This is only around 5 millimeters at best. So these are all small. You don't put anything here, obviously. You don't put anything where you have gears and pins and things like that. But we're going to go around these holes, all that, all around here. This one here is really tight. Let me turn this around. Look at the size of this. Do you see that? I mean, that is very, very minimal. Now, the O-rings are supposed to seal, right? But you still have to seal the inside where the oil is. So you still need to run a bead along this whole edge, and this is maybe 4 millimeters at most. That's it, right? So that's going to take a little extra, being a little extra careful. But now at least I feel confident. Like I said, look at that. Look at that. Thank you, Adam. I will now proceed to the next level. I'm going to take a small break. I just want to collect myself, and I want to make sure I have all my things in a row, and I have a funny feeling that sealant is already dried up on the tip because these stupid tips. I bought a whole box of them, right? I bought a whole box of them, and these things don't work. So I don't know what works. This certainly didn't. I even squeezed it out first and then put the tip over it thinking that would do it, right? But I don't think so. So I'm just going to get this ready. I want you guys to see that that's how to do that. I think it works great.